welcome guys to Macondo interviews, episode number 4. We're here with Daniel Feldman, an incredible videographer who specialized in videos for Instagram and commercials also, as you told us. So yeah, we're gonna start kind of with a background of your of your career, and then we're gonna go more into the technicalities of your videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start off.
So Daniel, tell us about your journey, how you began the process to where you are now, and why Australia? Why did you go there?
It's actually a really good question, and a question I get quite often, like, why Australia? Sometimes I have to think as well, like, okay, why actually? Because I don't know, but there is an actual answer to that. I remember it was 2 years, a bit less than 2 years ago. I was still back home in Italy, because that's where I'm originally from, even if I don't look Italian.
Right.
we can talk about this later. I remember that I was sitting at home, just in my room, and I was listening to a podcast by Misha Yanez. I don't know if you guys know that guy. He's a bodybuilder, and he does a lot of YouTube content as well.
All right.
And he was talking about that he heard this story of this guy who went to Australia and it was working on a banana farm, and you can make a lot of money on banana farms. So fuck, this sounds amazing. And I was like, never really thought about Australia. So I was just researching, Googling, and I remember that night or that day, I made the decision to just, I want to go to Australia just for 3 months, just go there, just see what's going on. Without even knowing anything about visa or something like that, I don't know, I think I just booked the next day. And then I actually found out that you need a visa that allows you to work in Australia, because I thought I can go there for like 3 months and just work and then come back. But then I found that you need to apply for a working holiday visa, which actually allows you to work for 1 year, like for a period of 1 year. But if you just do it for 3 months, you will never ever be able to do it again. So basically, if I apply for that visa, I go there, work 3 months, and I come back to Italy, I can't do it another time. So I was like, ooh, damn. I just booked a flight for like 3 months, like for a period of 3 months, but I don't want to just stay 3 months now, because I would love to stay longer then. So I just flew to Australia then and just decided to stay longer. And then I actually made farm work for like 3 months. So now my second year. So I've got like 6 months left on my visa. So I've been here for like 1.5 years now. And it's just an amazing country, and well, you can call it island as well. Just with a lot of opportunity, like it's always something happening, and I know back home not that much is happening or was happening, so that's why I like it, because it's always opportunities. Like if one thing doesn't go your way, there's another thing. There's always another thing.
Right. And did you have to convince your family or something, or were you just like, bye-bye?
No, honestly, I was just like, I remember I invited everyone to the table, and I was like, the reason why I want to have this dinner together is because I'm going to Australia. Because I told everyone I'm going for 3 months, and then I was like, I need to invite everyone, and then I just told them, no, I'm actually going for an entire year. So
And
nice.
Did you want to? I mean, you wanted to go to work there in this banana field, but
exactly.
Did you start your filmography career there, or did you already do something in Italy?
Yeah, good question. So basically, back home, I was doing videography but like I started with my best friends. They're called Cinemapic on Instagram. And they're honestly like the guys who started everything, like I started everything with. So basically, I remember it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago now. um, we just like, I remember they picked up cameras and started shooting and just like photos for fun and videos. And there was this one day where this friend asked me, hey, are you able to shoot like a video with me for a club? But this was like a super small club with like maybe 100 people max. And I was like, wow, that sounds amazing, actually. Yeah, let's do it. And that was actually the first time I had a camera in my hand. Like, I didn't know anything about camera. I was just the one who loves partying and loves going out and just, you know, have fun. Camera, and I was like, fuck, this feels amazing. This is great. I didn't know anything about shutter speed, ISO, nothing. I was just like, yeah, shooting, and we were drinking. So that was the first time. And if I look back to that journey, like the last 4 or 5 years, this company like is just exploded. Like, they rule the market back home.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
yeah. So I was always part of them, but then I just had to make the decision and be like, hey boys, I need to go to Australia, see the world. Because I was like, if I'm gonna stay with them, I'm just afraid that I, you know, that I'm never gonna leave the country, or that I'm just gonna stick to the same thing. And I'm someone I love exploring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, nice.
That's great.
That's a totally original story, even for a movie.
Yeah, it's funny.
Working in banana fields, man.
I try to keep it short, but it's
You
yeah.
could call it destiny.
I came here with a camera. I came here with yeah, exactly. Like, the goal of coming to Australia was more just do something different, because I also started my personal training business back home, and like videography and personal training was just working out really well. But that's actually the reason why I left, because it was working out too well. I was like, oh shit, I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. I don't want to stay just here doing this thing. I just want to work first, then come back and like, hey, do I still want to do that? And that's what I think encourage everyone to do. First, maybe try to explore different things and then come back to the same position yourself. Do you still want to do it? You know, because once the stone is rolling, it's really hard to, let's say, stop it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. The next question is also about your career. What difficulties can you pinpoint in your filmmaking career and videography career?
Like, difficulties in what sense? In what context?
Maybe what challenges have you encountered while producing videos and everything? Do you feel maybe having to learn how to edit or how to film actually?
Yeah, so I think there's two types. Like, first of all, when you're starting out, right? Like, you have to learn how to film, how to use a camera, how to edit, how to, you know, create a video, how to create a story.
Right.
And the challenge is more is like, I mean, I know how to use a camera and I know how to use my software, but now it's just more, okay, what else could I make that it's, you know, special? Because I don't want to create the same stuff over and over again. So I try to be like, just to produce new content that I'm happy with. I think that's and just to not overthink, like not try to be too perfect and just be like, oh, it needs to be perfect and 100% like, you know, on point, because you're never going to reach that point. You're always going to be like, if you watch your videos like 20 times, you're always going to be, oh, I could improve this, I could change that, and then you're never going to post a video. And I think that was something that was the hardest for me, because I never ever posted any videos, because I was always thinking, it's not good enough, I can change this, or maybe I can add this, or I was always comparing myself to other videographers, and that's the problem.
Yeah, right.
If you compare yourself to them, it's like, of course, like, but you should see, where was I yesterday and where am I now, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, we've seen your videos and they are amazing, and of course, That
Oh,
what you say, that you're never gonna be completely pleased with what you do,
yeah.
and then you just have to do it. That's really cool advice. But I
Yeah.
mean, your videos seem to be perfect,
And,
and
and
yeah.
well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. And that's another thing I learned recently. So there's two opinions, right? People who tell you your video is amazing, or people tell you, oh, your video is boring, or like everyone else's
It
video.
sucks.
Now,
Yeah. No, yeah, but it makes,
yeah, easy.
like, for us, even we also produce films from time to time,
Yeah,
and also comparing yourself to other artists and everything is a big mistake. Like, you're always gonna be chasing something you cannot achieve.
exactly. Well, you can
Yeah.
achieve if you want to.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not that you can't achieve. The question is what you want to achieve, you know? And I
Yeah.
think if you're just chasing someone else, then life is
Exactly. Yeah.
always like a battle,
Right.
and life should be like a game, like a game. Like why you chase
Exactly.
someone
Yeah.
else? You should.
Yeah.
Like, how can you improve for yourself? You know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No. Totally. And
And
it is like it removes all kind of frustration when you find your own voice. When you also get a lot of
mhm.
liberty in knowing that you're expressing yourself, like it's original. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, even if you get like positive feedback, I use it as a tool of like, okay, cool, people like it, but that's not something where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna produce only this now
Right.
because I get
Exactly.
positive feedback.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's an opinion as well, if it's positive or negative.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So I need to ask myself, what is your feedback on this video? Just my honest
Yeah.
opinion. If I say, hey, it's
Exactly.
good, or that's what it's
Yeah.
all about. Because what if people won't give me positive feedback, but they think it, they just don't post it online, probably,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
something like that. What
Right.
I think, oh, it's not good, but I'm actually happy
Right.
with the video. Why are people telling me that's good?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And do you look
So
at
if you
comments a lot?
distance yourself from that,
Yeah. 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 Do you look a lot of, or do you
of
avoid them?
course, of course.
Yeah.
No, I do. Like I try to help people and to improve as well.
Right.
Hmm.
But I don't. I have to be honest. If I comment that is like this is shit or this is good, I don't care. That's
Right.
just. And I know a lot of people say that. But I think that's one of the most important things.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
of course, if you post a B-roll video, no one's gonna comment, "Oh, this is shit,"
Right.
because I don't know, there's nothing to really hate on. But
Yeah.
I also do post videos, just talk about different things, and of course, people start like, "Oh, try to hate you or bring you down or something."
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
I try to see is there actually an honest opinion, or is it just someone to try, to
Right.
troll you?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Rodrigo, you wanna take the third one? We're still at number three.
Yeah. So, who are your inspirations for the way you shoot and edit your videos? This kind of like fast, smooth shots and
Yeah.
very object-driven shots. What are your inspirations?
As you can tell, of course, Daniel Schiffer. I think he's just amazing. He's really awesome. Um, I don't know. Like I have a few guys I'm following, like on YouTube and Instagram, like Peter Lindgren, Matti Hapoya, and all these kind of people. But at the end, I'm really just trying to tell a story with a video. If it's a B-roll video or something more serious, I'm not really trying to get inspiration. I'm just asking myself, okay, what can I create, or what am I actually trying to tell? And I think if I catch myself trying to get too much inspiration, that's not good for me, because then I have like this pattern in front of my,
Mm.
Yeah.
face, trying to put things together that I've seen somewhere else. But I just love going out and just do it and just try and see what comes out.
Yeah. Perfect.
But of course,
Yeah.
it has certain like movements or shots they've seen somewhere. I mean, if I say Daniel
Exactly.
Schiffer is someone I admire, is my inspiration, but he's seen it somewhere else too, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, now talking more about the specific technicalities, um, what what lenses or cameras do you use to make it so, so focused and the focus so shallow? There
that's
you
my
go.
favorite
There
setup.
you
Oh,
go. Nice.
I don't know. Oh, my webcam is so shit. Oh, I swear on this podcast thing.
Yeah, man, go for it.
yeah. But
I'm just saying
It's
if I say
uncensored.
so. I don't know.
What a
A7
lens.
III.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's the. Where can you see it? Oh, here.
oh,
Yeah,
whoa, it's 1.4.
1.4. Yeah.
yeah, the 24. It's actually a lens that I bought like 2 months ago. And to be honest, I haven't even moved it from the camera.
You always use that one.
It just
Yeah.
literally that's all I need.
Right.
It's really my favorite. I do have some other stuff, like a 70 to 200, 2.8, a 50 mils, 1.8 or 4, I think 1.8,
Hmm.
11 to 16, like a wide angle, then my Ronin SC, yeah, some
Right.
tripods, some phones. But if I had to pick my favorite setup, that's just the A7 III with the
Exactly.
24
Yeah.
and the Ronin SC if I have to stabilize the shots.
And do you plan on adding more lenses to your arsenal or more cameras?
Not for now. Not for now. Maybe
Yeah.
a super wide angle, like something like like a 12
Fisheye.
millimeter. Or, yeah,
Yeah.
for the state videos.
Right.
But
Right.
for now, I'm happy.
The results are good, man. We can see.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sounds weird. No videographer says that, but I have to say, okay, I just need to outsource what I have now and then to upgrade.
Right. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, but
Never
it's
been
really,
to Australia,
really
but
nice. Oh, you
sounds
guys
really
have to
cool.
go.
Yeah, yeah, of course, man. That's
I
something
Just
we
I
would love
even
to.
I always have the doubt if it's more like America or more like Europe.
Oh, it's a good question actually. It's it's hard to say because it's very intercultural.
Yeah.
Like you have a lot of Asian culture here. You have a lot of Italian, Greeks, Turks, everything.
Right. Yeah.
So there is no like real Australian culture. Like there's
Mm.
the indigenous culture. So that's like
Hmm.
first inhabitants of Australia, like the native
Yeah.
people of Australia. It's very interesting. But then obviously there's like the modern,
Right.
people and everything. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah. Maybe. Well, hopefully one day we can be there, man.
just get the right visa.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
We'll let you know when we're there, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing, man. I want to go to Australia. Shoot something with you.
I'll
So,
be
Yeah,
probably
man.
back home. I don't know what happens. I need
oh
to go
yeah, yeah,
6 months, but I'll
Yeah.
try to stay here somehow. Nah, just go with the flow.
What does it
yeah, yeah.
depend on? Like if you get the visa or not?
So I got the visa for the first year, right? And then you have to do 3 months of like farm work on a vegetable
Yeah.
farm to get the second year visa. So that's where I'm on now. So basically, 6 months left of my second year.
Yeah.
If you want to stay a third year, you would have to work 6 months on a farm. But I'm not going to do that. That's overkill. So yeah, the only way to stay here would be to start studying something, like go to university or something like that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that, or just get sponsored by someone. There's so
Exactly.
many
Yeah.
of like somehow it would work out, but for now I just want to see what happens.
I mean, you're working hard, man. So that's gonna pay off for something, for sure.
I know, but there's so many beautiful places on this earth, right?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
That too, man.
don't settle down. Not now.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like I feel
Yeah.
like started something here right now, but then leaving is weird. But also like staying here is weird because I know that there's like South America, USA, even Europe. I have not
Yeah.
seen
Yeah.
everything. So I just feel like fear of missing out.
And which part of Italy are you from?
um, so I've got a question for you. Where are you from in Germany?
I'm well Mexican like Pablo, but I'm in
Yeah,
Stuttgart, in Stoccarda.
Stuttgart. So you're
Yeah.
probably not far away from where I live.
Where do
Because
you live?
I do you know the Dolomites?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so that's
I've
where I'm from.
heard you're from the Dolomites,
Yeah,
so
so that's probably like one of the craziest parts on this planet to shoot videos.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, it's insane. Like if I show people here in Australia where I'm from, they're like, "What the hell are you doing here then?"
Yeah, man, that's it's one of my dreams to go to the Dolomites. I mean, just to see them, you know,
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place.
it's really nice. I'm sure I catch you guys there one day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
We gotta do it.
that's Südtirol or
That's
which
it.
part?
Perfect.
Ah, okay,
Südtirol.
Südtirol.
Like you
So
speak
you,
German, right,
yeah,
Rodrigo?
I speak German. You
Grüß
as
deine
well.
Deutschen. Yeah, I speak 5 languages. So
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. We both speak
like
German
the
because
Deutsch.
we studied
oh,
in a
you both
German
speak
school.
German.
We studied in a German high
Hmm.
school here in Mexico.
Nice. I love that. So you guys speak
Yeah,
Three.
three
Yeah,
languages:
with Spanish. Well,
Spanish, English, and German.
Rodrigo speaks more. Rodrigo speaks five.
Ooh.
yeah. I speak also. I speak well, not 5-4. I speak a little bit of French. I speak
Yeah.
Portuguese, Spanish, well, Deutsch, and
Deutsch.
Spanish. And you speak Italian, English, German, um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Spanish.
No, like French and Polish because my mom's from Poland and I have French at
Oh,
school.
Nice,
oh,
nice. That's cool.
Polish is super
Yeah,
difficult,
exactly.
man.
Yeah, I guess like I'm very happy that I learned it like when I was small, but like learning it
Yeah.
now would be a pain in the ass. That would be
Same with
And
crazy.
German
German.
as well, man.
German as well.
Oh, German's horrible to learn
We
because
Rodrigo and
you
I.
to people, you can't
Yeah,
explain to people to use how do you call it? What's it called?
The
Like if it's
casus, man.
yeah, exactly. How do you explain people if the table is male, female, or you know?
yeah. We back in
No,
high
man.
school, we Rodrigo and I did biology, physics, and math all in German. It
Oh
was
my
crazy.
God, you
Yeah,
guys
man.
are
Horrible.
that's not bad.
Yeah, what we
And
suffered.
living here, quite. I don't know if I'm ever gonna speak perfectly German because Jesus Christ, those
Uh,
fucking
I don't
articles
think
are.
I think even Germans don't speak perfect German
Yeah, you just go with the
because it's
flow
too
at some
hard.
point.
You
Yeah,
just say
man.
what sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, man. So back to cameras and
Yeah, cool.
videos. um, when you don't use a stabilizer,
Yeah.
how do you create these seamless camera movements, like this really smooth? How do you do that?
Um, have you like? Do you mean in a specific video? Because I'm just
Yeah,
because
well,
it's hard. When
almost.
someone else tells you and you think of it, you're like, what could it be?
I mean,
Yeah.
all your videos are really smooth. Like obviously the transitions that are a bit faster, but they seem really smooth, and you move with the object. That movement doesn't shake or anything. It's
Oh,
really.
cool. Okay, okay.
Yeah. One example was for example, the tattoo video that you followed
Yeah.
everything with your hands, basically.
Yes. Okay.
But it looks
Okay.
so smooth,
Okay.
like it
Cool.
doesn't look shaky or
Yeah.
anything.
Or the cafe video, or
Yeah,
every
yeah,
video,
also.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
Thanks.
cool, man.
Okay. Um.
Videos, all your videos have we took the example of the cafe one and the tattoo one,
Yeah.
that you follow objects without being shaky.
Okay.
So
Cool. So I think there's a few things I learned. First one is I always use these grid lines, in the camera. If you look on the screen, you have like the grid lines,
right.
like,
Yes.
so I basically try to keep the subject always like between the two middle lines.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I also, like, if the subject is moving, let's say he's moving this one from here to here, right? So what I always try to do is just to get this flow together, right? So if I hold the camera like this, so that we move it together, that he's not like this and I'm like this, makes no sense.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let's do it like together first. And and then the speed he's doing it and how you move your camera. And what I also learned, that's from Peter Lindgren, that don't hold your camera like this, just hold it like a steering wheel.
Oh,
like
right.
Because if you hold it like this, you create a lot of movement with your other hand here. It's very shaky. But if I hold it like here, I'm literally just moving forward and backwards, or like it just doesn't give you that shake. And then of course I shoot in FPS so you can slow it down so no one's gonna see. And just use warp stabilization to just give it this last little stabilization effects.
Exactly.
But I try to don't use it as possible because obviously quality gets lost if you use it too much, or you can also see it a bit, shaking and wobbling. But yeah, I think that's something. I think the best tip and the most important thing is just to know what kind of speed and movement your object or your person is moving something.
Exactly.
Especially if you're like, for example, the coffee video, I knew exactly how fast am I moving something, so I can follow. Yeah. Perfect. I think there's big magic behind it. It's just about to know what you're doing.
Right.
Once you hear certain things, you can be like, oh, okay, let's keep that in mind. I do the same thing.
Yeah. And also, do you have any specific aperture or camera setting that you prefer, or do you vary?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if I should feel bad about that, but I actually always shoot in, I don't know if you can see that here. So,
yeah.
Like my aperture is mostly always on 1.4.
1.4.
Like, I don't know why, but I just love this depth of
It
field.
works.
And I remember my best friends back home when we were all shooting together, like commercials or hotel videos. I was always the one who had the camera with the 85 millimeter on 1.8 on a gimbal, and I was trying to follow a subject on manual focus. So obviously you have to be like really careful how fast you're moving because you're gonna lose focus so easily. And I remember them always saying, stop doing that, you're not gonna nail the shot. Remember, I most of the time always nail the shots because I was like, I want to get it crispy and, so I prefer doing the same shot for like 5 or 10 times and have it on this like super low aperture rather than just put it on, I don't know, 4 or something like that and have, a lot of effect getting lost.
Yeah. So do you always use manual focus?
Depends. Like, for example, if I'm shooting like a B-roll sequence or something like that, I always use manual focus. Because I don't want the focus to be hunting, or just jumping around.
Yeah.
So,
also, because you said that you hold the camera like this, so you don't have the control.
Okay, yeah. If I'm, to be honest, like if I'm not focus pulling, I am holding it like this. So basically, if the bottle's here, I hold the camera here. I set the focus, right?
Yeah.
And I just move it back and forward. Or if the subject is,
okay.
I try to keep that distance where it's in focus to not go any closer or further back. Yeah, of course, if I'm trying to do more movements and try to focus while moving, I hold it like this, that I
Right.
can focus, of course.
Perfect. Yeah. Excellent.
Cool, man. And for your well, for the example of the coffee video, how do you light these scenes? Well, the exterior scenes. Do you light them, or do you only use practicals also for the shots inside?
So the funny thing is, for the coffee video, I didn't light anything. Like, I didn't use a single light. That's just because, to be honest, I didn't even have a light, and because there wasn't even a plug or something to plug it in. And also, I just love natural light, you know? If it's like
Yeah.
overcast and it's like this diffusing light, I just love that. And sometimes you can mess up a lot if you use the wrong lighting, you know? You just
Right.
have to make sure you know what you're doing. And especially if I'm moving around, especially with the coffee video, I wanted to make it, you know, look very neutral, like while doing it, rather than making like a perfect commercial or something like that. Like, if you make a commercial or something like that, I would obviously put it in perfect spotlight and stuff like that. Like Austin Paul, he's insane. He's just amazing. What like, if it comes to lights and nailing the shots. So that's a guy you can learn a lot from. I'm learning a lot from. But yeah, for the coffee video, I didn't use any lights. For the tattoo video, I did use lights because I wanted to, you know, create this big and scary scene. So yeah.
Yeah. Again, the question was, what program do you use, and walk us through what you start with, if you start with cutting and then color grading, or what the process is.
So I use Premiere Pro. Even if I'm thinking to switching to Final Cut, but I don't have a Mac, so I would have to sell my laptop I have and buy a Mac, but I don't know if that's worth it right now.
Yeah.
So what I actually like doing is editing. For me, something I do enjoy, but I try to edit as less as possible. That means that I try to do a lot of in-camera transitions and movements that I don't have to basically go through all of my clips and be like, oh, what could actually match together, you know? So once I do a transition, I like to finish it off with another transition straight away, so I know, okay, that's the both clips that match together. Of course, not always. Sometimes I just love to go out shooting and just film and then put clips randomly together. So most of the time I just, of course, import everything, just go through the footage. And then, as I said, if two clips work together really well, I just put them straight away together. So I know they stay together. And then I try to fill the gaps. What I try to do is to not watch the video the whole time again and again, like, you know, edit 15 seconds and then watch the video, edit the other 5 seconds and rewatch again, and then rewatch it again. Just edit, like, let's say for 30 seconds something, you know, like the length, and then to rewatch it maybe once and be like, okay, it's so good so far, but I don't really have to change anything. So because what I did and then you're just like stuck in this perfectionism where you just try to change every little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
But once you have this base structure where you know, okay, this is the base I want to have, and then I want to do some other tweaks, I think that works best for me. I mean, not for everyone probably, but that's what I love. And I love color grading the footage with LUTs straight away, so I know what kind of it has. And then at the end, just, of course, how do you say, like, just adjust the colors and everything just to make it match. Yeah, I think color grading is something I have to learn a lot still, because it's something that is not that easy, because, you know, you have to be very, very strict with it as well. And sometimes your eyes just go crazy if you watch the video over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it just looks weird or if it matches or, you know, so.
And what specific lots do you use?
Um, so my best friends back home from Cinematic, where I told you guys, we started back in the days. They actually released their own LUT pack, and it's, for me, it's
Oh, nice.
just I use. It's
Yeah.
really, really good. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Did use the LUT pack from Peter McKinnon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as we can see in your videos, like you accentuate the shadows really well, and it's
Cool.
a pretty good
Thanks.
package. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really good because they have. Sorry, I just have to take this on. No, the LUT pack is really, really good because they have like 20 LUTs in there, and it's for like corporate stuff. Yeah, like more cinematic stuff with like
Exactly.
darker shadows and black tones. So yeah, I mostly just use that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, and I love sound design. Sound design is something I never
Yeah,
really
that also.
was into, but now I'm actually paying a lot of details to sound design, and I have to stop myself to be like, okay, don't do it here, or like don't overdo it. But I really, really enjoy sound design.
And what do you mean by sound design? Do you mean adding sounds yourself, or kind of aiding within?
Both. Yeah, both. Like Epidemic Sounds has just a lot of sound effects.
Right.
I also Motion Array. I don't know if you guys know Motion Array.
Yeah.
Motion Array is just it just blew my mind. Like, it's amazing. You've got everything in there, like from templates to motion graphics to stock footage, stock videos, everything, sound effects. So those kind of tools and sites just make it so much easier to, you know, use sound effects. Because I remember sometimes I was Googling sound effects on YouTube, you know, certain, like, I don't know, if you need certain sound effects, like, I don't know, car parts, you just Google it and you can find it, and then you have to convert the video to MP3 download. Now it's just like, hey, you search for the sound effect, you download it straight away. That's pretty amazing.
That's how we do it, man. It's still
exactly.
pretty amateur, but yeah.
No, and I think it just gives a video so much more depth and detail because you can actually see the effect, but you can actually hear them as well.
Right. So it's something you're getting more into right now?
Yes, 100%. Like, it's something I actually never did before, and my friends were telling me, oh yeah, we do sound design, and I was like, why would you do sound design? Like, and then more and more people started using it, like doing it as well. And if you watch like cinematic videos and you see birds, but you can hear them as well, you're like, whoa, this is insane. But like, then once you find out, not that hard as well, you know, you just like add sound effects and adjust the volume, that it's not, you know, too loud or too low, that it looks realistic. It just gives you so much more feeling. And I think that's really cool if you watch something but you hear it as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's totally pretty much more immersive. The experience is better. It's better for the viewer.
Exactly.
Well, how do you come up with the ideas for the commercials for the coffee one? It was your own project, so you had total creative freedom. But for the tattoo commercial, did the guy you did the video with, did he tell you what he wanted, or did you also pitch up the whole idea?
I think it's really important that both know what you're getting. Like, if you have a client and they tell you, hey, this is what I want, it's kind of important as well for you to know what kind of like work are you delivering, like what kind of style. Because I mean, I'm not a real estate videographer, but I still do it because I enjoy it. But like, I enjoy it the way I do it, right? So if someone hires me and tells me, hey, I want a video about my, I don't know, bakery or coffee shop, but they want it really, really simple and very, like, you know, let's say boring in our eyes or in my eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll probably say, look, I don't know if I'll be the right guy for that because my style is different than you probably expect. So you have to ask yourself, okay, are you happy to still do it? But then if you post it, others will see that and be like, oh, this is boring, or they will even ask you to do the same. And then you have to say again, yeah, but this is not what I do. I prefer if it's more, you know, yeah, a bit more interesting or entertaining, or where you can tell a story. Like probably not everyone likes the like tattoo video or something like that, but I enjoy shooting something like that. And many people say, oh, this is cool, or others say, oh, this is too much, or whatever. So it's basically always what kind of videos are you making and you enjoy making, because at the end it's not just work, it's also passion, right? So
Yeah.
that's where it comes down to the editing as well. If you sit here and you have to edit something really, really boring, then it's probably not the best thing.
Yeah.
So I forgot the question. What was the question?
Oh, that was
That was it.
Oh, sometimes I just get lost talking.
No, it was great. It was great. Yeah. Like I mean, I asked about the creative freedom, and well, you answered it. Yeah, like you have a style, you have a specific style, and
Yeah,
then you have to talk with the client about that.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's more like, hey, the client has this view, you have this view, and then you try to put both together, because obviously you want the client to be happy. You don't want to be, I only do this, I don't care what you want, you know, because at the end it's for them. But something that I always struggle with or try to, you know, avoid is videos I am not happy with myself, but then obviously they promote you, like you promote yourself with that video, you know? So basically I prefer not shooting something rather than shoot something and say, actually the video is pretty crap, but then you get like, and then people say, oh, he made this video, and I'm like, yeah, I made this video and I'm not really happy about it. So that's why really straight away, hey, this is my style, are you happy with that, how do you like that? But most of the time people come up to say, hey, I like your style, or I like your type of videos, can you do something similar for me? And then of course it's way easier.
Right.
So your clients, they find you, or do you find them?
So the thing is, here in Australia, I wanted to come here to do totally different things, right? Like to do some hospitality, to do a bit of everything, to just get experience in, you know, to do different things than I usually did. But now I was like, okay, I actually want to start just doing videography here, because I always actually thought that it's not going to be possible. Like no one knows me. It's a different country and stuff like that. But as I said, there's so much opportunity. So I just started here and I saw how easy it actually works out, because the good thing about here is you post something, someone else sees that, they might like it, they contact you, and it's like a big network. Everyone sees a video, and you know, so I haven't actually been hunting for clients at all, like nothing. It's actually it's really surprising even for me, because but that is something I truly believe in. If you put out the right things and the right, like in a right, how do you say, in a authentic way, right, without trying to the best, or without trying to just do something because you know maybe someone else likes it, that's going to be hard, and that's not going to give you that right, the best road. You're not going to head in the right direction, I guess. But if you do things like because you feel it, or it's very authentic, things will come back to you. It's the law of attraction. Like it's not just videos, it's with everything. If you share stuff with other people because you're generous or you feel it, it will come back to you automatically. That's just facts.
Exactly.
But if you say, hey, I'm going to give this guy that because then I get double amount back, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I strongly believe in I deliver a video, client is happy. Yeah, and obviously they share it, I share it, and then hopefully, yeah, people appreciate the work and come back to you.
Yeah, that's a beautiful life philosophy, man. I also believe in that, like just trying to be good, and I mean, just not expecting from people, but still trying to be a good person and trying to make always give your 100% in everything you want to do and you really want to do, and just love it. Yeah, that's
exactly love your. What I think is really amazing is to have a purpose in life, to know what your purpose is.
Right.
Like my purpose is definitely not to just create videos because like in a way of I'm just going to create something that is following the hype, you know?
Yeah.
I wanna put videos out there where they always tell a story or they show something, or people can have value out of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, the coffee video was for a challenge, so it's entertaining. It's not something where you can, let's say, learn something, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of videos that I make, it's really a message behind or something deeper behind it, because I know if I can help or inspire at least one person out there, that's already it, because I love doing it anyway. I love making videos anyway, right? So if it can help someone, that's it. Mission accomplished.
Right.
Well, yeah, I can tell you,
yeah,
for sure, you're inspiring a lot of filmmakers, man, to follow that style and to follow your passion.
Yeah, because everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. And it's not just about filmmaking, it's about everything. And that's what I think is really sad sometimes, that people think, oh, I can't do it. It's bullshit. You decide if you can do it or not, or if you can make it happen, right?
Yeah, it's
we are all humans. Like we all can reach the same things.
You can always try.
Yeah, and everyone has their own voice, which is what you need.
Exactly.
Essentially. Yeah. Have you tried doing, or are you planning to do tutorial videos or anything?
I haven't really thought about that. And I have to be honest that I don't think that I will be doing that, because I think I'm still learning a lot. Like, for example, Daniel Schiffer, I know he started out doing tutorials while he was learning. I think he in a video that he was like doing tutorials about things he wasn't 100% sure of. I think I'm not 100% if that's true, but something similar.
Yeah.
He said something like that in his 1 million subscribers video, but he actually watched himself while still being in the process. But because my main goal is not just, are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, so the next question is more about, we know it's less drastic in Australia, but how has the coronavirus crisis and pandemic affected your work or your clients in any way?
Yeah, actually a good question as well. And I was honest, like I honestly didn't know what's going to happen, because I was like, ooh, I actually started freelancing here in Australia only in February. So basically 1 month after I started, this whole pandemic happened.
I know,
so,
yeah.
I won't be able to shoot weddings. I won't be able to shoot anything. So yeah, but at the end, like, it was always still something happening. Like I did a few, I did like 2 commercials for this car wrapping company. It's called Os Graphics. And I still had one of my real estate clients I was shooting for, like type of vlog, like I did vlogs for her. And yeah, somehow it was still going. I did 2 property videos, like real estate videos. So I don't know. That's what I mean. Like just trust life. You're never gonna like life's not
Yeah.
against you. Just take whatever you get, and that just proved me, hey, if I can do it in a pandemic, come on, you can always do it then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. And yeah.
So I have to say that it didn't really affect me that much because other opportunities came up. Like, as I said, property videos, because people couldn't view properties or apartments, so obviously needed videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, here in Australia, it wasn't that bad, maybe. That's maybe why as well. And yeah, it didn't really affect me, to be honest,
Right.
that much. Yeah.
Perfect.
And now, what's next for you? What's next for your company? Well, you're going back to Italy in 6
Probably.
months, but but what's next for you?
So I cannot really say what's next, but for me, definitely one of my dreams is just to go to Africa or something and follow like a big, I don't know, crew of a lot of videographers or even like really high-end professionals, and just to help them shooting, even if it's just behind the scenes for like Discovery Channel or something like that, you know, that would be actually I would love to do things like that where I feel like super small compared to guys, because that's where you can grow and learn.
Yeah.
Because yeah, and I really love animals and wildlife. Yeah, I'm vegan, so I really love. I don't know. I have like this different connection with animals where I'm just like, I see that and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So that's why I probably said Africa, because yeah, it's just an animal kingdom.
Really nice, man. You should do that,
Awesome.
or go to South America, to the jungle.
Oh yeah, exactly. I just want adventures, right? To be honest, to have to admit that I'm not this type of guy that is like, that can be focused just on business or something like that. I don't even like that,
right?
Because I always think we as humans, and this might sound very deep now, but we as humans, we are not made for that stuff. Because you have to think, where do we actually come from? We were living in the jungle, right? And we were just, you know, and the evolution happens so fast and everything. And now everyone is just trying to be successful, have a lot of money and all that stuff. But they're still not happy. Like, they're still trying to get more and get more and get more, or still search for happiness. And I think if you have this balance of like everything, right? This balance of finding your purpose, exploring, helping others, these kind of things, I think then you actually feel more completed than being just, I'm going to build my business now, I'm going to make so much money the next years and nothing else. You know, I would burn out. Maybe there's people out there who are really just focusing on one thing, but I don't know if they're really going to be happy at the end.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's
there's
something
so many
I
other
found
things
out for myself. Yeah, because I have to find the balance for myself, and I know that is, if I'm just focusing on one thing, like business or something like that, I go totally crazy.
Exactly. That's true.
That's true for us,
when you say if you were to go to Africa, for example, would you maybe pursue photography or other type of media?
So my biggest goal is actually to use my skill, like videography, but in a way of helping others. Like, to be honest, my biggest goal or like mission is to use that skill to help others, and like follow my purpose in creating stories and telling stories, like not just for clients, even just in general. And what I'm planning to do is, I would really love to make more YouTube videos about you know, the whole vegan scene as well, and
Nice.
because there's so much stuff we know and we need to see, because I know where I was as well, at what kind of like at what point I was, and how my life like completely changed. And
Right.
if I could give to other people, that's honestly all I need and all I want.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's cool if you have a
Nice.
skill or something, you can create something
Exactly.
to inspire or help others.
That's a really solid goal, man. Yeah.
So talking about this, would you like maybe to do someday films or short films or TV or as you said, like maybe the next planet Earth?
That will be pretty intense. To a certain extent, probably. Like, I love to use my capacities I have right now to create something, rather than be, oh, I'm going to do it in 10 years because I'm not ready yet. I'd rather do something now that I can do now, right? And then improve. Like, my goal is not to be the best videographer out there, but my goal is to be the best story, like not like the best version of myself, right? To tell stories, and like I want to grow myself. And as I said earlier, I don't want to compare myself with others or try to see it as a battle. We should all inspire each other, learn from each other, and don't be like, oh, this guy did the same as this guy.
Right.
And like, what's the point? At the end, we're all just trying to create something. And I think if there's a story or a purpose behind where you can actually help others to achieve certain things, or to open their eyes, to show them the truth or what's going on, I think that's just priceless.
Right.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, our final question is kind of going with your whole life perspective and everything. What would you advise to aspiring videographers or filmmakers? What would you say, like, more concrete about how you can improve
You have
yourself
to come
or start?
closer.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yeah. What would you advise
I heard everything. I was just saying I need to come closer to the camera to tell directly.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I knew this.
Come closer.
I knew this question would come. So I'm not prepared for it. I'm just going to say what I think and feel. I know that everyone out there can create things, no matter if it's a camera or if it's even a smartphone. Like, most of the people started out with a smartphone. And at the end, it's about what you're saying or creating, like the value behind it, right? Like, I can take my phone, make a quick video and talk about important things, and that can reach so many people. And those people might not think, oh, it's not the most cinematic video, right? But I think combine both things and just try to create something beautiful in a way of cinematic, or, you know, in terms of footage, and also a beautiful story or whatever. I think that's something that the world needs and that everyone can make, because everyone out there has a passion, has a hobby, has inspiration. And especially if you're starting out with videography, just watch a bunch of YouTube videos. It's so much out there. And then just take your camera, go outside, just start shooting something, go back, throw it into your, editing program.
Right.
Maybe yourself to just say, hey, I'm going out, I just want to take 20 clips or 20 videos, to not overshoot or undershoot, and then try to create something with just 20 video clips, and then put it together, search for some music, send it to some friends. Hey, what's your thought on that? And then use their feedback as, like, don't be like offended if they tell you what they don't like, but also don't be like overwhelmed if they tell you, wow, this is sick. Just stay on the ground, just use it as a tool, and because at the end you have to grow for yourself, right? So yeah, don't compare yourself with others, and don't try to be too perfect, because that's what I've catch myself as well. I try to be, you know, always on point and redo this again, and you're never going to reach that perfect point.
So, it's about the journey that leads to that perfection, that chase after perfection. That's what life is about, and what, as you say, I totally share that with you.
And also ask yourself what you try to achieve. Like, as well, like for me, I'm not trying to, as I said earlier, to be the best videographer or be the second Daniel Schiffer or whatever. I just want to make videos that I feel that they have a story and they can help and inspire others, and then my mission is completed. But if you want to be like the best videographer out there with the craziest B-rolls, hey, just go out there and practice. It always depends what you want to achieve. If you want to make documentaries, start making documentaries. So it always depends on the goal, I would say. And once you know the goal or your purpose, you're on the highway.
I love what you say about standing your ground. Like, with all of this creating and everything, you can easily get or very frustrated or very over your head and like very cocky or something. But you gotta stay with your feet on the ground. That's very important.
Exactly. Because feedback is just feedback. Feedback is someone else telling you something. So that's why I'm like, if it's positive, if it's negative, it should be always neutral. How you see. If someone tells me, hey, color grading wasn't that good, I could be like, oh, fuck that guy, why is it not good? Like, I know it's good. It's like, oh, maybe it's not that good. Let's have a look again, and maybe be like, oh no, I think it's perfect. And then, you know, it's up to you.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect. No, that was a perfect answer.
I could talk for 5 hours, but I'm happy that.
No, it's really great, man. And also about the competitivity. That's, I mean, that's what cinema is about. Like, why competing? You're just telling a story. Why do you need to say this is the best, that one's the best, or
nothing is the
giving
same?
grades? That's all bullshit, and it's subjective. It's just we're creating something, and
100%.
That's what has value. The message.
And if you're living this constant race, the thing is, you are trying to overtake others, right? And let's say you are the best, then you are just trying to stay on top, that no one, so what kind of life is that then, if you're just trying to be on that fast lane and just try to stay in front? But life should be about balance. But
perfect. Yeah, exactly.
Great, man.
I hope people can follow my English and everything. So
no, everything's perfect, man, really.
No, we're very happy to share your thoughts with whoever is gonna watch this interview. But
I have to say, I appreciate what you do, guys. What you guys do as well, like amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's what it's all about, especially these times. Like I will be following your journey as well, of course, and I hope you guys.
And for you too, good luck with your journey, and we'll be keep us in updating about where you go and everything.
Look, we're gonna see us somewhere in the world pretty soon, 100%.
Yeah, man. Maybe we'll do something together when you're in
always. Of course, like I'm always down for that, and I want to see more of the world. And Rodrigo, you don't even live far away from where I live.
I'm sure we're gonna do something, man.
100%.
For sure.
Yeah, man. It's been amazing meeting you, really.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel.
I wanna know. I'm gonna ask you one question.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what exactly is what are your goals? Because I love what you guys do, because you bring people together, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think, like, to just bring the right people together. That is really cool. And so, okay, 2 questions. Goal for the future, and how did you guys start this?
Ooh, nice.
Well,
Rodrigo?
now you start, man. You start. Well,
No, and you.
okay. Now you start. You start. Come on, man. You start.
The guy to my left.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Rodrigo
I
is
don't.
here.
Well, yeah, I'm Pablo. So I'm gonna start with how we started. Rodrigo and I, like, we've been best friends for a while. We've had the same passion for always since we met each other, and yeah, it's a good love story. But yeah, we made films since high school together,
Nice.
and we unfortunately we went. I went to the United States to study, and Rodrigo to Germany, but we've
Wow.
stayed in touch 100%,
Ah,
and we've
nice.
always wanted to make a production company. So we were like, how can we start creating without being like together and having the same
Wow.
crew and everything? So we were like, yeah, let's make a hub for filmmakers, and we started seeing ways. We thought about a page, then an Instagram page, and with the Instagram page, we published about movies, but we were never quite satisfied. We didn't feel connected to filmmakers, and that's what we want to do eventually. So we were like, yeah, let's interview
Wow.
some filmmakers, and yeah, man,
That's amazing.
we got
Ah,
great
that's
guests as
so good.
yourself, and that's how
That's
it started.
amazing. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing that I'm trying to say as well. Like people always think, oh, I can do something in 5 years,
Yeah,
10 years. Look, you guys did it now. You were like, you tried to do a production company, but you're not together. What could we do?
So
That's what you
yeah,
created. That's
yeah,
amazing.
man. So,
You know?
thank you, man.
like
Thank you.
like
Yeah,
Pablo said, I mean, he's my best friend, and living here in Germany, I have found it difficult to find people that share my passion, that share the love of filmmaking, or videos, or just
Mm-hmm.
making films, making videos. Really, I don't know anybody till now. I've been living here for 3 years, and I don't think it's a bad thing or a good thing. I just go with it. But Pablo
Mm-hmm.
has always been there for me since we've met. We've
likewise, man.
shared this
Cool.
passion till this day,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like, let's start doing something. We have to do something together. Like, I can't work without Pablo. I need him in my life
Likewise,
to
man.
Amazing.
create
Yeah.
stuff. And of course he talked about the page, and
Oh, it's
and it's
frozen
nice
again.
to. Can you hear me? Yeah.
It got so romantic
Oh.
and it froze.
Yeah,
So
that's too much,
That's
man.
probably
Too
why,
much
because
for
it
the
got too
computer.
warm.
it got too sweet. So
Oh, that's
yeah, I mean,
amazing. I should have interviewed you guys.
Yeah, man. I
no,
mean, we're doing it. But
yeah,
Yeah, I have to
and
redo it.
I always
and
tell
our
Rodrigo. Oh yeah, you go.
our goal is, well, of course, we wanted to do this hub for filmmakers, for filmmakers all over the world, because we think, I mean, it's not bad, but it's too American, or too English, and there's a lot of talent all over the world, and of things, of
Yes,
cultures we can see through filmmaking, and
Right.
it
mhm,
opens new worlds, it opens new doors, it
totally.
opens your mind, and being more tolerant, stop being racist. We're all men, so well, we're all humans, so
On
that's it.
fleek.
And
On fleek.
that's what we eventually want to. Our goal is to make films. I mean, my goal, and I know Pablo's goals as well, is the first one is to make a film together. That's our
Cool.
Yeah.
absolute top goal right now, and
Mm-hmm.
then we'll see
Mm-hmm.
after that.
I love
Well,
that.
yeah,
I
and
always
of
tell
course we want
Rodrigo.
to do a short film.
Yeah, like Rodrigo is. I work very well with him. We work together very well because Rodrigo is. I always tell him he's a creative mastermind. Like he comes up with ideas so quickly. He's
Mm-hmm.
had a great imagination, and I love putting like I love being objective with his ideas and bringing them to life. So it's kind of producing and directing come together.
Amazing. So he created the idea and you try to bring it to life.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like the balance you spoke about, Pablo and I are perfectly balanced, and I don't know, man. It hopefully will make it someday, and we're really giving all our 100% to make it happen.
Amazing. One tip that I could give to everyone out there, I don't know if you still put that in the interview, but it's
for sure.
And it's called the 4 agreements.
You are giving us the secret ingredient.
Give us the last advice, man. To put the cherry
secret ingredient.
Yeah,
The sprinkle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wrap it up real quick.
What was the book called?
The 4 agreements. 4 ingredients. The 4 agreements.
The 4 ingredients.
The 4 agreements. It's a book about I don't want to say too much. Everyone should read it. You guys should read it, especially if you want to. It's just helpful for everything. I'm actually going to say them real quick. So the first agreement is don't take anything personally. Second one is always be impeccable with your words. So that means like don't say shit about others if you don't want that others say shit about you. Always do your best. And what was the 4th one? I always forget that one. Don't make any assumptions.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's so hard, easy to read, and you can read it in 1 and 2 days, but it's something that helped me a lot with the creative process, because it's about, just let it flow. That's it.
Okay. Who wrote the book? The 4?
What's his name? Don Miguel Ruiz.
Miguel Ruiz.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Don Miguel
All right.
Don Miguel Ruiz.
Don Miguel Ruiz.
It's actually it's based on Toltec wisdom, which the Toltecs are like Mexican, pre-Hispanic.
I was just about to say it must be something Spanish, Mexican.
That's so cool, and I didn't know about this.
Honestly, please read that book. Like, it's the book I tell everyone. It should be basic. Like, people should read that in school. To be honest, it's really good.
Right.
All right, man. Yeah, we will. We'll meet when you come back.
We will, for sure.
100%. Or in the Dolomites, or in Germany,
or in the Dolomites.
For sure, man. Daniel, thank you, man. Thank you so much for coming
guys.
in.
Was a pleasure.
Yeah,
thanks for making this happen.
Our pleasure, man.
And we'll stay in contact, man, for sure.
100%. Let me know when this interview is out so I can share it with the world.
For sure.
Next weekend, probably.
Next weekend, Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Just take a real quick photo with your smiling faces on. Cool, perfect. Easy.
Nice. Perfect, Daniel. Thank you so much,
boys.
Thank you,
I wish you a great
it was so good meeting you.
Night or whatever you guys have now.
Good night.
You have a great afternoon still, and enjoy your 6 months in Australia.
And thanks, good luck, man. Yeah, good luck with everything.
You too.
And keep working, keep doing the amazing videos, man.
I will.
See you, man.
Bye,
See you, man.